We are getting near. Cody will be the last person who is being admitted. Thank you everyone for joining us. We are getting near. Author Nation. Isabella will be the last person who is being admitted. We're getting near Author Nation. It's very exciting that I'll have the honor of meeting some of you face to face. Um, Let's begin with a quick round of some updates. And I will begin, and then we'll go according to the order that I paste in the chat. Sometimes it's a little bit messy, but that will be the order. So thanks to this group, I have, with my team, sent emails to the newsletter. We had to figure out Substack and figure out some things that I was emotionally not interested in like figuring out. I think I had fear associated with rejection, didn't want to spam. So we sent out something and I'm very proud of that. Um, Yesterday, all week, I knew that I really had to do that video that I promised, that Corey-like video of here's how to pledge, here's how to edit your pledge. Corey, yesterday evening, I watched your video of how to do it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I recorded a video last night, which in a few hours it will be embedded at the top of the campaign. So thank you for the inspiration, and also all of you guys, thank you for the accountability. Knowing that I would come here and that it's the second time that I haven't really done it made me feel uncomfortable, and the discomfort moved me into action. So these are two of my updates. The campaign right now, maybe Destiny can give us a clear example in a few minutes about where we are at, or Bernadette. And yeah, I want to thank you. I've seen some of your names in the supporters. It means a lot to me. I'm becoming like more and more attached to getting it out there. Like the more I talk about the book, the more I feel comfortable. Um, that it's not about me, but it's about the story, and that's a good place to be. Next is Bernadette, according to the list, and then Christina. Go ahead, Bernadette.
Okay. I'll try not to take too much of it away from Destiny. We got the newsletter made, got it sent out. She and I worked very hard on that, and we're very proud of the way it turned out. Um, and we 86% backed. So we only need $69 more. So have your people get us to that finish line, guys. Tell them, hey, this is a great book. And, other than that, John, the video you were talking about, however, Destiny and I are not finding a link with it. So if we could get that addressed, that'd be
Wi-
great.
Within an hour. Within an hour,
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you so much, Bernadette. And next is Christina, and then Cody.
Hi everyone. I've had the flu all week, so I'm not very good at doing anything this week. But and Vicky's been holding down the fort, so she can probably talk more about it. But we did do we have 70% of the backers who've done a have done the survey, but we still have 20%. I wondered if we should close out our late pledges, and we have our ebooks ready to go, and then we can order our print books. And then I wonder, when do we get the funds into our account? Does it take a couple of weeks? Or, some people I've read don't send out anything until they've collected the funds. And so it's been 2 weeks since our campaign closed. But mostly Vicky, that she can tell, who has been doing things this week, because I've been pretty sick, but feeling better today. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, and I admire the fact that you are here, although you're not feeling well. Thank you so much for making the effort. And if at any point you need to feel like you need to go or you need to take your camera off, we all understand. And thank you for being here. Next is Cody and then Corey.
Yeah, Christina, I hope you feel better soon. My campaign funded like 2 weeks later, so you're probably going to get the money from yours, any day now. Um, I've had a busy week. Book 3 in the Resonant Earth series was launched on Wednesday, so that's been a lot of fun. And I'm getting more comfortable doing like promotional videos around those, which yeah, I hear you, John, about the struggles. Um, especially for making videos, but I'm having a little bit of fun with it, so that's good. My next Kickstarter campaign is in pre-launch, so it's visible now. Thank you everyone for your feedback. It's helped make that page, the story, a lot better and more visually appealing. I would love if you could click the notify me button so that I can reach 10 followers. And then at that point, I feel like there'll be a lot of pressure I'll put on myself to see that steadily climb up. Right now, I can't see how many people are following. So I could use a little boost at the beginning.
Can you share with us the
Um,
link again? Ah, you did.
yeah, I put it in the chat just
Perfect.
now.
Let's get it up.
And I'll be promoting that during Author Nation, along with selling the third book. So yeah. Oh, I did one other thing I thought you guys might be interested in. The Discover tab at like the very bottom. It's sometimes not visible, but there are a few different categories where you can say, "Hey, you can email Kickstarter support and ask them to add you to this like curated list of projects." So I emailed them about adding it to the LGBTQ list, and they said that they shared it with the team that curates it. So I should hear back from them maybe in a while, and hopefully it'll show up on there. But that's like another place. It's like creators of color and other lists that you could potentially apply to have your project listed under.
That's great. So not only projects we love, but curated kind of lists. Yeah? You're still on mute?
Here we go. So if you go to the very front page of Kickstarter, there's a long list of categories, and then the farthest right is something that says Discover. Under that, there's like Asian and Pacific Islander, Black, Hispanic, and Latin, LGBTQ, and women creators. So, from this group, pretty much everyone qualifies for one of those or another. And those you can ask to be added to via the support.
Great. That's great feedback. And maybe later on today or maybe next week, Cody, if you don't mind sharing your screen and maybe just sharing one of the promotional videos that you're doing. I think it's uncomfortable for all of us, and seeing our friend making an effort might inspire. So thank you for that.
I'd be happy to. I'll say the one that I did that I'm most proud of is the one that is totally bonkers and crazy. It's just like me doing a silly voiceover, like pretending, like basically mocking ASMR videos, for an unboxing. So I had fun doing that one.
Oh, I think it can be fun for us to watch maybe with you. So thank you for that. I can already imagine. Okay, Corey and then Danielle.
Hi everybody. It's good to see you. And like John, thank you for the accountability of being here every week and forcing me to do things that I otherwise might not do. I did order the physical copies of my books to fulfill my Kickstarter. I ordered the hardbacks, and I ordered a proof copy of the paperback because I had to make some changes and I want to make sure that the proof copy looks good before I actually order them. So I had been hesitant about that because it's just spending a lot of money, and it's just like it was just hard to hit the button, and I was afraid that something would be wrong, even though I already have a proof copy and I already know that like whatever, I was just being anxious about it. So I'm glad that I did that and that part's done. Otherwise, I haven't really done a lot of Kickstarter related stuff. I've been working on a bunch of other stuff. As far as the videos go, one of the things that has helped me do it, and I'm sure Cody, this is part of your experience as well, is like the more you do it, the less weird it feels. And I read this book about like the development of the internet and social media and yada 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 and whatever. And one of the things that they were tracking is how much less formal video content has gotten over time and how much less formal people's expectations are for video content. So like when you're watching, a TikTok video, you're not looking for like perfect production value. You're looking for something human, and you're looking for something that's like doesn't look like AI and looks like a regular person. And so like I always get anxious about like, oh, am I gonna look weird? How should I dress? What should I do with my hair? Whatever. And I think being authentic is the most important thing, and getting your message out and doing it quickly, and then it being done instead of being obsessed about it. So that would be my 2 cents on that.
That's valuable 2 cents, Corey. And Colleen Hoover, just the queen of TikTok, was very informal, messy, and almost unkept. And I think it was so inspiring. So yeah, that's a great point. Danielle and then Destiny.
All right, so my Kickstarter is over, which I thought would be like woohoo celebration, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many more things to still do, which I'm excited about. I've been waiting for my proof. So it was supposed to be here before my Kickstarter even happened, so I only had mock-ups through my whole campaign, so no one even knows exactly what they're getting yet. So I'm hoping that I could use that when I finally get it. It's been in customs since the 1st of October, and I've done all my parts. So I'm just a waiting game now, which is frightening for like the bigger shipment. So I'm gonna have to figure out logistics on that. But I guess when it does get here, I can just do a really cool backer update and be like, here it is. And yeah, other than that, just trying to wrap my head around everything and doing it. I definitely recommend doing the videos because I have a lot of pledges where people just pledge money and they want things. And I'm like, I can message them because they're my friends, but I'm like, what do you want? Like, and then the shipping aspect of it as well. So I think the more instruction, the better on that. But yeah, that's it. Excited to see you guys.
Great. A couple of questions. The visibility annoyance, you mentioned last time that you successfully resolved it. Did you think that it changed anything last moment with the campaign?
I'm not really sure. So I did a lot of the tracking, like you do your custom tags for when you're putting out messages. So I did one for personal messages, and it was like that was my most successful link to use, was like reaching out to people individually. So I just wrote a message right at the last day to everyone, and that seemed to up it up. But people did say they were able to search it, but if it made a difference, I'm not sure. Because like the last of my followers were people I already knew. So I'm not really sure.
Okay, great. Well done, and thank you so much. And I cannot wait for you to receive the package,
Oh my gosh, the suspense is killing me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man, but I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you all very, very much, because it was a successful campaign, even with my little meltdown in the middle, but we made it through. So
Thank you so much, Danny. Next is Destiny and then Isabella.
Okay, so on the newsletter topic, since we're doing this now, so I and Bernadette have now made it to where it didn't look like a real scam account based off your offer account. And what I mean by that is, before you didn't have a profile picture or like a theme image or a description or nothing, which is very testy on a good day. So I went through, added in, you have a profile picture now. Congratulations. You have a theme cover. I copy and pasted your description from your offer account and thus went personal account of offer. And so yeah, now what's with it, we have managed to transfer over the emphasis on the loan email list. We can't really tell how much benefits that's doing at the moment, cause no, but I am hopeful that as I keep reposting it and making sure it gets in front of eyes, that it will help. I have noticed that people like to comment for videos, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's my bit.
Thank you. The last sentence you began saying you just noticed that people something about videos. Can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, that's Tom my internet decided to die randomly. Okay, so I said that it seems like so for every email video you post, Subtat gives you clips to work with. Oh wait, it's like 4 or 5 clips. I
Okay.
noticed that people are more likely to comment on the clips than they are the full email.
Oh, good to know. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you so much for the incredible work. I don't know how you do it. Next is Isabella and then Teresa.
Hi, good to see everyone. Yeah, it's just been a busy couple of weeks, but okay, so last week I said I was gonna work on the fulfillment stuff, so I've ordered all the packaging things. I also ended up ordering like a label, like a thermal label printer to use in Vegas because the original plan was just to like print everything out on a sheet of paper, but I think honestly this will be cheaper in the long run because we're planning on doing, I think, 3 Kickstarters next year. Um, and then what else? Next week, my plan is to continue kind of going through the spreadsheets, making sure everyone's info is in there, test out the label printer to make sure I know how to use it. And oh, we have our last cohort meeting, so I got to get a plan together for that. I'm not sure if Oriana is coming or not because I think Kickstarter is still on strike, but either way, we will have our last big cohort meeting. Um, and then talk a little bit about like stuff with the show. Anyone who's coming in person, um, just to know there's a session with Robert Napton. I forget when it is. Um, but if you want to be a part of the graphic novel Kickstarter next year, you have to attend that in person. And then we'll have 2 other Kickstarters, I believe, one romance and one mystery thriller. So those are more open to everyone. And the cohort meeting is next Tuesday. I can drop a link in the chat. Um, but yeah, it'll kind of just be like going over like this year and like, any suggestions, welcome for like what people want things to look like next year. All of that. Hold on. My Wi-Fi is very slow, but I'll drop it in the chat when I have it. It's next Tuesday. Yeah, and that's kind of it.
Great, great. It sounds like a lot of progress and like also good planning in the long run with the thermal stuff. Very, very interesting. I'd love to hear more about it. You guys, last time Isabella gave us a really meaningful presentation about Pirate Ship. And for those of you who missed it, I'm putting a video of the YouTube. Open it right now and just keep it in a separate tab. I do think that it will be interesting for anyone who wants to go into the depths of fulfillment. And thank you, Isabella, for your kindness last time with that. That was really useful.
Of course.
Okay, now I believe it's last but not least, Victoria, right? Or do we have it somewhere?
You forgot about me.
You have to wear alphabetical T before V.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Teresa.
I mean, I know I haven't been here the last 2 weeks, but please don't forget about me.
No, for sure. I'm sorry. It was actually written. My apologies.
That's okay. That's okay. So fulfillment is kind of happening. I did get my proof copy of the hardcover, and I had Book Vault printed because this is no bling. It's just color interior on some pages. But I want to say the color pages looked gorgeous. They're so vibrant, and the way I did it, I mean, look at them.
Wow.
Gorgeous. So the interior looks really great. I did use the white paper, and I made sure to have like right facing page, and then I had them on 2 pages, so I don't have any of the photos without a photo backing, so that to avoid any of the bleed through. Now the only problem was, you can see the bottom, my name is cut off, and I thought maybe that was my design, but the barcode is well, so it just shifted. So they're printing a new one and shipping it to me.
The paperbacks, they were supposed to be here next week because I'm leaving for Vegas on the 27th. I'm going to spend a week in Death Valley and exploring before then. But then they're now not going to be here till the 31st. But that's just, I think Kickstarter backers understand that. And I have some really exciting news. For anyone who's attending Author Nation, I'm going to be in the opening session with Willow Winters, and Shell Honecker is going to, we'll only have like 20 minutes, but Joe is speaking, and then Shell's going to introduce me, and I'll speak, she'll interview me for 10 minutes, and then Willow is speaking for 10 minutes. And she said she's putting me before Willow because Willow could talk. So she wants to make sure that I've got some space. So I'm like, I'm doing what? And part of that is because of this group, because I have been very public about how wonderful everybody has been and the accountability and how I couldn't have done it without you guys. And then I met Joe and Suze when I had a table because of Author Nation at the Kenosha Book Festival. And after that, Joe sent me a message and asked if I would be willing to speak. I was like, let me think about it. Yes. So yay.
Oh, how exciting. How exciting. I cannot wait to see you on the stage. I cannot. This is so exciting. And Teresa, although you will not have the book, you will have a lot of things to hand out, right? Like cards, bookmarks, I don't know, some things.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now, what I'm going to bring with me in print. And at this point, I'll have it shipped to the hotel because I'm checking in on Sunday the 2nd because, like I said, I'm going to be car camping for a week before then. So need to get it. I figured out, ordered, shipped to the hotel, and then
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I will shower before the conference, I promise.
We trust that. But yeah, just make sure that you have something in print, something to give away when after a conversation with someone. Thank you so much, Teresa, and thank you for being back. We like having you here. Next, and I believe now it is not least.
I'm always last with this V name. I'm always last.
Maybe next time we'll do Z to A.
Reverse alphabetical. Yeah. So yeah, we had a productive week because we got the files ready in Vellum to send out for the ebooks and the print. But we're going to do the ebooks first. Obviously, that's easier. But we got all the names, including many of yours, into the acknowledgements, which meant some back and forth, cross-checking between what people had wanted in the backer survey and some people we don't have the backer survey. So we're just going to kind of go ahead, maybe send one more update, reminding people to do their backer surveys, not updates, backer survey. And then we can finalize the files and send out the ebooks. And then pretty soon after that, we can order the print. Christina got the proof copy for the paperback, and that looks good. Yeah, she's going to go get it. But we don't have the hardcover proof yet, so we probably may not order any of the print until the hardcover proof comes into. And that's it, basically. Next thing is the update and ebooks.
Great. Well done. You did it. The two of you did it.
We did it.
Yeah, great work. All right, you guys. Who would like to share? Let's see just how many hands share anything that you want to celebrate, anything that you are on the fence about, you want to get some opinions about. So we see Bernadette, that's one. We see Isabella. All right. So Bernadette, you'll go first, and then we'll go with Isabella, and you guys can still regret, and we can have room for one more person. Go ahead, Bernadette.
Okay, mine's more of a question than anything else. So is there anyone in this group or anywhere else who can help me with my Kickstarter in regard to the video portion? Destiny and I are kind of working together for my Kickstarter, and I'm almost ready to get that started, but I have no video skills, no video editing skills, never done it, couldn't do it even if I tried. So I was hoping to maybe enlist the help of somebody who could help me with that.
Bernadette, I think you can do it. I think I felt the exact same way the first time I did a video. I was certain that I didn't have the skills or the talents or whatever. I use Canva. I have the pro Canva. There's a ton of videos that will show you how to do everything that you need to do. So as long as you can sit in front of a camera and say things out loud, you can make a video. And as long as you can like upload an image to Canva, you can make a video. Like, I
My
promise you, you can.
my problem is I have a cognitive disability and there are certain things that my brain just doesn't wrap around. And so
Mhm.
like video editing, I just that's one of the things that my brain says nope and shuts down. So it's kind of a pain.
So what kind of video do you need to make?
Just like a 1 or 2 minute something where I say, "Hey, here's my book. Here's what it's about. Give me money." But no, not exactly like that. But just introducing my books. There's 4 of them, and I'm
Okay.
doing different. I'd kind of like to have it to where I have the same one for my first 2 because it's parts 1 and 2 of a series, and then the same one for my second 2, which are parts 1 and 2 of a different series.
Well, have you watched a bunch of videos on Kickstarter? Like, okay.
Yeah. Um, I'm struggling with it.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I think so when I did mine, I watched a bunch of videos. I saw a bunch of techniques that I thought, "Oh, okay, I can do that," right? Like I can have an image that's kind of like moving across the screen, sort of like oh, what's that? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like you have an image and you set it so it kind of like moves across the screen, so it seems like it has a little bit of motion, and that kind of like makes the video feel like it's moving a little faster or whatever.
Mm.
Um, if you can just record yourself and upload that video, record 30 seconds of yourself talking about it. There's also a bunch of AI tools that can help you with editing. If you want to hire someone, you can certainly hire someone. Uh, I mean, there's people on Fiverr, whatever, but like, it's a useful thing. And I understand that you have a cognitive disorder and it makes you feel like
Yeah.
or it makes you not able to tackle these kinds of things, but like, I think you can. I think you can. Even if it's just a video of you pointing your phone at the book and saying like, this is my book, I'm super excited about it, I think this is a great option, for you for a Kickstarter, and then that's it. I don't
Okay.
know.
And I
I
think
think
with that as well, sorry to interrupt, just when you first go onto it, just go onto it to play around. Don't be like, oh, I have to do this for Kickstarter right now and it has to be perfect. Go on and just play with it, and then it gets kind of addicting. So don't play with it for too long, because all of a sudden you're gonna have videos that make no sense for nothing else. But yeah, go into it just the intention of playing, and then once you get a feel for it, then be like, okay, now I can do this. And if you have questions, like reach out. But it is one of those things, it'll be a good skill to have, and it's not as scary as you think it is. Just play with it first. Like
Yeah,
have fun.
there's a lot of
Well, I
stock
have
footage that you can play with. Like it's fun.
I
they also
have
have templates in Canva, and I mean, well, we started this Zoom today with just talking about the authenticity of videos now, and part of that it could be just you sitting in front of the camera and just saying, "Hey, these are my books," and this is, and just do your little, and it could be 30 seconds, like I think Corey had said that that's all you
Yeah.
really need. So that way, if you do that, then you don't have to worry about any editing at all. If you've got the print copy of your book, you can just hold it up and do a page flip as you're talking. And so you'll have that prop, and then you don't have to worry about it's pan and zoom when they have an
Well,
image and then they move it back and forth. I've heard it called the Ken Burns effect as well.
That's the word. That's the name I was looking for. I couldn't remember Ken Burns, and I was like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna make them sit here and wait while I like sort
yeah.
through my brain to try and remember Ken Burns. Anyway.
well,
But
I
I think
have
because, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Bernadette.
no, it's okay. I was just gonna say I have one of my childhood best friends. she does videos and stuff, and she was going to do it for me because I'm unemployed, so she was going to do it for me for free. And she sent me something, and it was like really psychedelic and flashes everywhere. It was rather frightening. um and so I had to tell her, Kat, I love you, but no. So yeah, and I really appreciate all of the feedback and the faith that you have in me, Corey, because I do not have that faith in me. Um, but
I think Danielle's advice to play is a great way of approaching it. Like they Canva and other video editing tools, they're designed for anybody to be able to use them. Like you don't have to be an expert. They're very intuitive. It feels very um like what you expect is what's gonna happen. And if you run into problems, watch a video or watch a couple of videos, or there's a ton of educational material on there that'll teach you how to do it right the first time. Or if you want to, yeah, just play around, you can add like sound layers and filters and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it's a useful skill.
thank you all. I appreciate it very much.
I will just add, if I may, Bernadette, that my first campaign had no video.
Hmm.
So just make sure that it's not becoming a reason to be holding back from giving your gifts to the world.
Thank you. And I think I do want to get a proof copy of my book and all that, but I'm not sure about pricing or how to do that. So if you guys maybe where
Yeah,
the least expensive places are.
I would really do Lulu for the first one, $30. Lulu. I don't know why I'm recommending Lulu and not Ingram. And I think it's the simplest more than any other thing that I've tried. What do you guys think? For one copy, kind of just the feeling.
Is it just a plain copy? Like, are you going to do sprayed edges or
Oh
gold?
no, I'm
Nothing
not
like that.
fancy.
Okay. Then yeah, I think I think Lulu and Ingram are pretty inexpensive. Book Vault is also pretty inexpensive, but you have to pay a setup fee for every
Oh,
manuscript.
Yeah.
you know,
Unless
I
you're,
just realized my cousin uses Book Vault. She
Mhm.
Brittany Fisher, look her up. She's does like fairy tales.
Right?
If you are a member of Alliance of Independent Authors, you get unlimited book uploads to Book Vault.
How do I do
Um,
that?
it's just Alliance of Independent Authors. Um, yeah, so their membership, I think they have varying levels. I know Christina, you're a member, right? Because I remember you were saying something the person there's the $87 level, I think, and then I'm at the 117, like the mid tier, and then they've
That's
got
per
the
year?
yeah per year. But so if you and the Book Vault upload fee is around $26 US, I think. I think it's not almost 20 Great British pounds. Great British pounds, Great British Baking Show. Sorry, I got it in my head. So I knew I was going to be uploading more than, for it it basically has paid for itself. So, but it's
Okay.
So
And
I
that's okay. Yeah.
sorry, I have a cheat code. I don't know if it still works, but BVDALE, and it was
Can you
a free.
repeat that?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh,
BV.
thank you.
I asked ChatGPT if they had any like coupons going on, and it gave me that one, and it worked, and it made it was a free setup, so it completely took off the setup fee. So I don't know if it's still working. I did this in September, but that was the coupon code I asked ChatGPT for. So you never know. Sometimes they're
And
handy.
who's that with?
That's for Book Vault.
Book
So you'd have to
Vault.
it would take away the setup fee. Yeah, it was a free one. So I don't know if it's,
Thank you.
but hopefully it does.
Yay, thank you.
All right. Well done, Bernadette, and thank you, team, for the great feedback. Next is Isabella.
Oh, I had a question. If people who have used like UPS to ship before, so we're having our expo company pick up all the packages on Thursday, but then they don't ship them out till Tuesday. And I'm hoping to start packaging and like purchasing all the labels like the Sunday before. So that would be potentially 9 days. Is 9 days in advance fine? Like I've seen like a week to 2 weeks you're supposed to ship things, but it seems like 2 weeks is fine, that you can use the same label. I don't know if people have experience with that. I think I'll probably just message Pirate Ship to check. They said like do it as soon as possible after you purchase it, but like I don't know. A week seems like it should be okay. Yeah, I mean that's also my face. But I'll message their customer support and see. They're usually pretty fast. That's all I have. Oh wait, you're on mute, John.
I got yeah, I have no idea. I think maybe keep asking around in one of the big groups like on Facebook, Kickstarter for
Mhm,
authors or anything like that. Um,
mhm. Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
I'd like
Sounds good.
I'd like to, if no one wants to share, I'd like to just share um, some things about Author Nation that I'm just in a tight financial situation right now. I'm having like second guesses about going, and I need to be slapped and told this is important. It's connections. It's through people in the community that you get inspired and that you push yourself to the next level, which I kind of know this, but I just need to hear it and maybe some benefits that you've gained from attending 20 books, 50K, or I don't know. I'm just like, I don't want to go. Usually, I don't want to go. Even if my finances are good at times, I don't want to leave the house. So I would love to get some wisdom.
Well, I haven't been to Author Nation or 50 Books, but the writing conferences I have gone to have been detrimental in the success of this book. Not only because of like just the networking with people and contacting, but like then they know someone that can now do your book cover in your region or in your price range. And it's like you meet one person, but you're really meeting this whole other community. And I have new best friends that I would have never, ever had that chance to meet that are guiding me on this journey as well. So I think if you get nothing else out of it, like kind of going out of your comfort zone and just talking to people, I think is like worth it all together for that.
I
So
second that. I've only been to one other author conference, and that was last October. And now I have author besties, and we do a weekly Zoom call. And I've never had. I mean, and it's just so uplifting to be able to connect with those people who under the speak our language and understands the ups and downs. And yeah, for me that alone was worth it. But I made tons of other connections there as well. So I just echo what Danny's saying.
Great. Thank you, Teresa. Any other thought in like of your, thank you, go ahead, Christina, but any other like what you hope to get out of it, what your goals are? Do you come with an agenda? I'm just curious, like
Yeah.
if that would be so.
So couple different things. Like in terms of like attending the sessions, I always try to leave any session I attend with like one or two tips that I'll incorporate into my workflow or my creative work. So that's a pretty low bar, right? Like I'm not trying to reinvent everything all the time. I'm just like maybe I'll pick up one thing that's going to be really useful. Um, like everyone was saying, obviously it's the connections that you make, friends that you make. I go into the conferences every time second guessing it and doubting like, is this going to be useful? Is this a waste of time? Is it too much money? Like all those questions. And then by the end, it's like, oh yes, obviously that was great to do, and I'll be doing this again. But I think that's sort of what I notice each time. It's like, I don't want to do this, and then afterwards, I'm so glad I did. And half of it is like meeting people in person who I've only interacted with online, for example. And then also just the random serendipitous people that you meet that are doing cool things that are inspiring and that maybe give you a little push or a little more ambition that you didn't know
Yeah.
you had.
Yeah, that's what I really hope to get, like ambition, like to see that it's doable, that people are making good money, that that not everyone is scraping by like myself.
Yeah, the the trick there, I think, is twofold. One, not everyone is making money, right? So there's there's like keeping that expectation realistic. And the people that are typically have like 8 books or 2 series or like a big catalog that they're selling and cross-selling and kind of promoting. So, you know, Becca Syme is going to be one of the speakers at Author Nation. I saw her last year. Maybe it was this year. I saw her this year at the Nebulas conference. And she says that, you know, the publishing industry is ruled by Loki, who is the god of mischief, which means that nothing makes sense and you don't know that any action you take is going to have any particular outcome. Like it's all luck. Um, but she also said, you know, a lot of authors invest too early in systems and don't focus enough on writing and making sure that you have that next book in the works so that there's always more creative output. And then the rest of this that we all talk about, like how to market the books, is like rides that and pushes that towards the money end. But we need to be producing more books and stories because that's the engine that gets the whole thing going. So I think it's going to be really valuable, and I'm looking forward to it. I think you will get a lot out of it too, John.
Okay, great. Thank you. Christina, you unmuted a second ago.
Yes. A couple of things. I don't like Vegas. So, and Vicky and I shared a room, which helped. And sometimes
And
we were in bed
and
at very
the lobby
early.
smells like the lobby smells like cigarettes.
Right, right. So we hate Vegas. The food is expensive. And but I learned so much and I got inspired. And we were recently at BoucherCon, which is mystery writers. But those, I mean, they had very famous writers like Lisa Jewell and all these famous writers with their publishers and their agents and everything. And then I thought, those aren't my people. Like, I don't have the agent and the publisher and the media behind me. People at Author Nation are my people. Those are, you know, people who are have chosen the independent author tract. And it was really inspiring to see what people were doing with that. And um, I came away with lots of ideas and just, you know, basically write more books, basically, was what I also got. But yeah, I just felt like I felt at home, like these were my people. And in this group too, I feel this way at this group too. Did not feel it, I have to say, that much at BoucherCon. We met very nice people who were, you know, with their day jobs and then writing in the mornings or at night and stuff like that. But there was such a difference between those who had the big name publishers and the agents, and then those of us like Vicky and I were handing out our postcards at BoucherCon, and I think we only got one backer from all the postcards we handed out at this huge mystery writers conference. So yeah, I think you'll find that your people are there. So
Great. I think that's all I needed, honestly. That's all I needed.
Yeah, if nothing else, I'm not going this year, and I'm super jealous of everybody who's going. I'm super, super jealous. I really wish I was going. So go and know that I am jealous of you every day that you're there. When you're like overstimulated and stressed out and spending $15 on like a slice of pizza and a salad and like, yeah, feeling like you're going crazy, know that I'm jealous of you for being there.
So should we take pictures of us there and then send them to you and be like, wish you were here?
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
I
you
thought I liked
should.
you, but no.
And do you guys think that the day itself is more important than the evening? Or that like maybe the evening and the socializing is more important? And I'm just trying to see where I'm getting some time away from people because I'm such an introvert and I'm like,
I
where am I?
mean, I would say all the sessions are recorded. So honestly, what I would do is go pick a few sessions that you really want to go in person a day, and then sometime during the day, go like take a nap or like decompress in your room, and then come back for like the evening stuff. Because that's like all the networking, which I think is like the important part of being in person. Like obviously, I think the sessions are better in person too, just because like I know from taking Zoom classes, I don't pay as well attention. But the recordings are there. So like I think take advantage of the networking while you're there. But like so many people are introverts there that like everyone will understand if you're like, I'm just going to my room to like lay in bed for like an hour and not talk to anyone. So I would not feel bad about doing that.
Great.
And also, Joe, and Author Nation, they sent out an email earlier this week, maybe yesterday, and it was advice on attending and basically look at the schedule and pick just, pick the ones that you want to go to, but don't feel like you have to do it all. And he said specifically what stuck out to me was pick a track. Like, do you want to focus on your craft? Do you want to focus on technology? Do you want to focus on marketing? So that way, and then theme all the sessions you want to attend based on that track, on the goal that you want to get out of the conference.
That's really valuable.
John, what are you hoping to get out of the conference? Like, what are your goals or what,
Thank you so much for asking me. I realized over the past few years that I have been I haven't been surrounded by monetarily successful authors. I do have author friends, but usually they're in my level or lower. I'm kind of the authority, and it makes no sense because I'm making no good money. So I think my goal is to create to hopefully find people in the LA, California area who would like to meet. And, I just want to surround myself. You become the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So that's number one. And B, to make more friends so that I can have another like mastermind with people that I really look up to marketing wise. I think that that's where I suck. I'm zero interested in writing, I don't know, craft, for example. Like I feel like that's not my interest these years. Um, and I think yeah, like being on the cutting edge marketing wise. For example, like a few years ago, I had great success in Amazon, and it was because I found someone who gave me a tip about something that 99% of authors didn't know, that if you sign to Amazon through this and that, and you are a vendor and you can have your ads cheaper, and it earned me thousands of dollars. So I kind of looking for those nuggets. Does that make sense, Cody?
yeah. And like what, Isabella, I think you were saying, the tracks are important. I would then like look at the marketing tracks and talk to the speakers, right? Like talk to each of the speakers after their sessions and be like, hey, just want to introduce myself and like start, like stay in contact, and like if you have a specific question for them, because they are people who are looking carefully at that specific piece of the business.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I hope to be sharing with you everything that I'm learning, because I do think that that's where the money is, or that's where getting more readers is, and that's where I lack. Okay, thank you. That was so good for me, so useful for me. Anything else before we begin to wrap up? Let's write in the chat what we'd like to achieve by next week. Hey.
Oh, Victoria, I saw in the chat that you were saying that you'll get the ebooks out. And you had mentioned something earlier about how some people don't fulfill until they get the money. I think that's very, very normal. But if you want to have the ebooks ready to go once you get the money, then that's fine. But yeah, it's totally normal to not
Well,
fulfill.
if Cody says 2 weeks, I think that's tomorrow. So we should
Okay.
know by next week if we're getting the money before we fulfill. It
Yeah.
should be very soon.
Yeah, they
But yeah,
sent me an email and they said, that you're getting this bulk amount. And then if you have some people who did the pledge over time, you'll get that in like thirds. So like chunks.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think we didn't do pledge over time. We do have one late pledge.
Okay.
But it should have collected that already, right? And
Yeah,
it
the late
collect
pledge will
those.
just
Yeah,
pay out the same way the rest do.
yeah.
I had one late pledge as well, and it paid 2 weeks later. So I got my initial payout, exactly 2 weeks. It was, it's like exactly 14 calendar days, and it was a Monday. So since yours is tomorrow is Saturday, it'll probably hit your bank on Monday. But then the late pledge didn't hit for another 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Although I guess maybe it's tonight. Christine, it was midnight Pacific time. For me, it felt like the 4th. But maybe it was
Yeah, I think it was
Pacific,
tonight. Yeah.
Pacific Friday, midnight on a Friday night. Yeah. Anyway, it'll be soon.
Yeah.
Celebrate with us on WhatsApp when you get the money. Okay?
We're gonna spend it in Vegas.
Yeah,
We're gonna put it
exactly.
all on red.
Thank you guys so much for this wonderful session. See you same place, same time. Christina, feel better. All of you, let's have a lot of good news next week. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye, thanks.
Feel better, Christina?
Bernadette, do you want to stay for a second?